what you're talking about, and I'm very interested in this now, and I don't know if this has already been measured or not, but what essentially we're talking about is a confidence level, right? So if I go out and win, I feel good about it. And let's say I'm doing a jiu-jitsu tournament, and the first match I go out there and I submit the guy in 30, take him down, submit him in 30 seconds. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like confident, right? So what does that mean? My dopamine is up because I got that victory. My testosterone is up because I got that victory. My confidence is up because I got that victory. Same thing, other direction. If I go out first match and I lose to somebody, my dopamine goes down, that chemical thing goes down, my confidence goes down. And what I have to do is I have to learn how to maintain a level of confidence, because if I win that first match, win the second match, I'm going to kill this next guy, and I go out and I'm sloppy and I don't care, that's when I get caught. If I lack confidence, I go out there and there's nothing I'm able to do to beat this guy, this is going to be horrible. Of course, I'm going to get smashed. So it's a similar thing that we're talking about. I just wonder how much, if you start measuring, because they say, hey, if you win, your testosterone goes up, right? And then if you win more, your testosterone goes up high, your dopamine goes up high, your confidence is going up. But you can get to a point where your confidence is too high, and now you're getting sloppy, and now you don't care. And you mentioned cocaine. You see like videos of people that are all coked up, and hey, I can do this. They think they can do everything.
All possibility.
They're overconfident, right?
Yep.
They're over. They think they can kick your ass. I'll fight. That's like too much dopamine, too much ego, too much confidence. The other side of the spectrum is someone that's on some kind of downer drug, and they don't feel like they can do anything. They're lethargic, their confidence is low, and they're just depressed. So there's an interesting tie-in between dopamine, ego, confidence, and probably testosterone that you get from winning and from losing. And once again, as a leader, from a leadership perspective, you can't get wrapped up in that. You can't get wrapped up in that. You have to detach from it. You have to be able to take a step back. And then if you're good, even as a competitor, you'll say, oh yeah, that last match was easy, but I need to prepare for the next match. I can't bring overconfidence. Look, I don't want a lack of confidence. It's a balance, right? It's that flame on the oil burning lamp that you're talking about. That you want that steady flame. You don't want too much because it's going to burn out of control. You don't want too little, the flame will go out. Well, clearly it's a very similar thing to what I just talked about. If your kid is doing well and wins the wrestling tournament and is like, yeah, I won the wrestling tournament. And what do they want to do? They want to eat a triple cheese pizza, right? I mean, they want to go crazy. And you as a leader and as a parent and as a friend need to say, hey man, I mean, you did good. That was awesome. You had a great day. Mm-hmm. But let's start thinking a little bit about next week too. How about we just have a few slices of pizza, right, as a reward? So this is the same in any situation that you could be in interacting with other human beings. You want to be the person that kind of modulates the confidence and the ego, or the way you put it, the dopamine and the celebratory activities. So no matter who you are, and this goes with yourself as well. You do something, you have a success, and you say, oh, that's great. But all glory is fleeting, and I need to get back to work. And look, and do people go too far with that sometimes? Yes, absolutely. Sometimes people, they don't stop and celebrate at all. And those are the kind of people I think that get burned out eventually, because they never say, hey, that was awesome. We had a big win. Cool. High five. They don't even say that. So I think, as a leader, as a friend, as a parent, as a spouse, you want to be able to modulate that, help modulate that. Don't shut it down. Your kid walks off the wrestling mat for a high five and you say, you could have won by more. No, I'm not talking about that. Or your kid walks off the mat after losing, you say, you got what you deserve. No, you've got to be the counterweight to the emotions that other people have. And I think that when you're doing a good job as a leader, as a friend, as a spouse, as whatever, you're doing a good job as a counterweight. I think that's a good way to look at it. You want to provide some balance for people to make sure that they don't get out of control. And you notice when people have a downfall, it's normally because they've surrounded themselves with people that there's no counter to. There's no counterbalance. If you were my best friend and I went out drinking last night and had a great time and partied all night and met a girl and you're like, heck yeah, let's do it again tonight. Eventually, where are we going to be? We're going to be in the gutter somewhere. But if you say, hey, dude, that was awesome, but hey, remember, we got school on Monday, right? And you kind of pull me back. That's, we got to find balance in life and ourselves. And then we got to, as much as we can, provide balance for other people, because people are emotional and they get caught up in what they're doing, and you want to keep people balanced. Well, first of all, I mean, just the refilling the tank with games. I mean, that's what jiu-jitsu is, right? You're going to go and you're going to have social connection with people. You're going to talk to people that you know. You're going to joke about whatever. Then you're going to roll. You're going to have a good time rolling. You're going to get a little sweat on. You're going to feel good. Then you're going to high five. Like, there's huge, that's there. And your brain is kind of off, you know, when you're training jiu-jitsu. At a certain level, you're not going to be thinking anymore. Same thing with surfing. You go surfing and you catch a wave. I mean, you're not thinking about, oh, I need to put my balance over here. No, it's happening and you're having a good time. So I would say that restoration for me comes from those two things for sure. And then, yeah, I mean, my wife and my kids, when I get home, I mean, my kids are older now and they're out of the house except for one. And when I was in the Navy, when they were young, I wasn't around at all. You know, there wasn't any, like, we would rarely have dinner together because I was gone, coming home late. You're working all the time. You can never get all your work done. I'm training jiu-jitsu. Like, it was, we rarely ate dinner as a family when I was in the teams. And now when I'm home and we can eat together, for sure. You know, my daughter that's still at home, she's gonna, you know, we sit out there and eat dinner and talk about just normal things that people talk about, like, you know, how to conduct a night ambush, or, no, I'm just kidding. No, let's talk about normal, you know, daily things and what's going on. And, you know, my daughter she's 13 right now, and she talks to me about all kinds of stuff, you know, and it's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying that aspect of being around more than I was when I was in the teams. And we didn't have dinner. It didn't happen. So I would take my kids to jiu-jitsu. I taught jiu-jitsu classes when I could, when I was in the teams. Would do like workouts with them in the morning if I had time, on the weekends for sure. Stuff like that with my kids. That's kind of what I did. But now, yeah, my wife is awesome, and she is a great cook now, because when we first got married, it was questionable. I just was harassing her about this the other day. Like, she's an unbelievable cook now, and it's awesome. And when we first met, by her own admission, she will tell you she's from England, right? And so they're just not cooking what we're liking. No.